Hello amazing people, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'll be giving a tutorial on how to make a two-piece dress, and this is a straight pant with two side pockets with band at the front and elastic at the back and a wrap top. Stay tuned guys. So basically this is the fabric we'll be using, and it's a 3-yard fabric. It's a crepe fabric, a lighter crepe fabric. So I'll be cutting the front and I'll be starting from the back, and I went ahead to measure out the bust measurement divided by 4 and some extra allowance added, and the length of the top is 17. I added extra 2-inch allowance. So we'll be starting from the shoulder. I'm trying to create my shoulder line, and I'll also trim the up out so I can start from there. So after getting my shoulder line, I'll go ahead and trim that top because I just want a neat job. So that's what I'm trying to do. After which I'll measure my bust point from shoulder to bust point. It's a long video, so I really want to be fast. Just pay close attention guys. So I measured my shoulder to bust point, which is 10, then shoulder to under bust, which is 13, then shoulder to waist, which is the length 17, then extra 2-inch for sewing. I'm very sorry that the chalk I'm using is not visible, but please just look at what I'm doing. I'll try my possible best to zoom it so you can see it very well. So I went ahead to draw out a straight line from the bust point, the under bust point, the waist line. Please, I'm sorry that the chalk is not very visible. A quick reminder guys, on this channel we do DIY tutorial videos. We give reviews on different Asoebi styles, and we also give inspiration for dresses. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Thank you very much for always coming to the Dossie brand. So guys, I've gone ahead to draw the line, and the next thing I'm going to do is take my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5. 14 divided by 2 gave me 7.5. That's for the shoulder. Then I'm trying to create my armhole. Then from the bust point I came up by 2 inches. You can decide from your shoulder point you go down by 8. It's the same thing. For me, I came up by 2 inches. If I should take my measurement, it's still going to give me 8. You understand? So I'm going to draw out a straight line to meet my chest line. Now I have a new line which is called my chest line. So that is it. I have my chest line, the bust point, the under bust, and the waist. So I'm going to come down by 1. I'm trying to get my shoulder slanting. Our shoulder is not very straight. So from there I'm trying to create my armhole. I divided the remaining 7 by 2. I gave a mark there. Then I'm going to take my bust measurement, which is 35 divided by 4. I will give a mark there. Then from that half point I'll come in by half. That is that middle point I give. I'll come in by half. So I'm going to use my curve rule to connect from the shoulder point I came down by 1 to my half of that armhole, then down to the bust point. I hope you understand. I'm going to use the curve rule so you see what I'm doing. You can actually use your free hand to create this, but I'll prefer use a curve rule so you get a neat job. So I just placed it from the shoulder down to the bust point, and I got my curve. I'm very sorry it's not visible, but at least you can see and understand what I'm doing. So the next thing I'll be doing is to get my neck measurement. So I'll be coming in by 3 inches for the width. Then for the depth I'll be going down by 1.5. Remember, we are cutting the back. It is the back we used to cut out the front. So for the depth I came down by 1.5, and I'm going to connect it with a curve from the width down to the depth. Remember, 3 inches for the width, then 1.5 for the depth. So the next thing we'll be doing is to connect the shoulder slant. That 1 point I came down with, I'll connect down to the neck where the width of the neck started from. So you can see it now. And now I'm going to take the body measurements of the client, and I added extra 2-inch for the chest line, the same thing for the bust point. Then for the waist measurement is 32 divided by 4. Then I add extra 2-inch allowance for sewing. So this is basically all, and I'll just connect from the chest line down to the bust point down to the waist. it's a wrap top and I really don't need the underbust for the back, but I just used it so you understand what I'm doing. So I'll go ahead and cut out all my lines, and please pay close attention so you don't miss the cutting. Please guys, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I'll post new videos. Please watch this video to the end. Thank you. So yes, I was done with the back and now I want to cut out the front, and if you take a very close look, the front is actually longer than the back. So I place in width, not length guys. So I place the back on it and I have extra allowance at the side. So I'll go ahead and pin it down so it doesn't shift. So the next thing I'll be doing is to measure 8 inches from the width, and I'm starting from where the back started from, and I'll just give extra 8 inches allowance for the width, and I gave a mark there. Please guys, pay a very close attention to what I'm about to do. I went ahead to cut out the armhole, then the shoulder slant. I did not cut the neck. Please guys, I didn't cut out the neck. So like I said, pay a very close attention to what I'm about to do. So for the neck, I'm going to come down by 6 inches. Depends on how deep you want your front neck to be. For me, I don't want it to be very open, so I came down by 6 and I gave a mark there. So after giving the mark there, I'm going to fold the back neck. Just see what I'm doing. If you don't understand my explanation, just look at it. I folded the back neck, then I pinned it down. After folding it, I pinned it down. Then I'm going to use my ruler to get a straight line from that neck down to the 6 inches, then down to the 8 inches. I hope you understand. From the neck down to the 6 inches, I'm just giving a slant rule, then down to the 8 inches. This is all you have to do for a wrap top, be it a wrap gown or whatever wrap top or dress you are making. This is how you're going to cut your front. So I gave a straight line and it's actually came out well, but it's not really visible, but I hope you understand what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to make sure that the shock is showing a little at least. So after doing that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it, you're going to see the outcome. It actually came out very well. So guys, this is the outcome of what I did. It actually came out very well, and I removed the pin and went ahead to differentiate the back from the front because the fabric actually look alike. So this is it. I'm trying to arrange it. This is how it's going to look like. For the neck depth, you can decide to come down more than this. I just want it to be very okay. That's why I came down by 6. So keep this aside, and this is the back. This is the outcome of the back. So guys, the next thing we'll be doing is to cut out the straight pants with 2 side pockets, elastic at the back and a band at the front. So I'll be taking my length, which is 42. Remember, there's going to be a band at the top, 1.5 for the band. Then for the side, I used the hip measurement, which is 39. I just cut out a fabric folded into 2. That's what I did there. So for the waist, I'm going to use the hip measurement, which is 39 divided by 4. I gave a mark there. I'm not using the waist measurement for this. I use the hip measurement for the waist. Then I came down by 8 inches for the hip. Then I used the same hip measurement for the hip. So the waist and the hip is the same measurement. Reason why, it has a band at the front and elastic at the back. So there's going to be no zipper in this pants. So I connected the waist down to the hip. I'm just trying to make the shock visible a little. So the next thing I'll be doing is to get my crush line. So I'll be coming down by 11 inches. How to get your crush line? Just sit down on a chair, then measure from your waist down to your hip. Then you get your crush line. So the one for the client is 11. So I gave a mark there and I gave a straight line. So after which I'll just connect from the hip line down to the crush line like this. So the next thing I'll be doing is to get the thigh measurements divided by 2, 12.5. So I gave a mark there and I'll just connect from the crunch down to the thigh measurement. And I'm just trying to make the chalk visible a little. So the next thing I'll do is to get from waist to nail is a straight pant, and you have to give it that shape. So I came down by 20 inches. Then I mark the same hip line, my hip measurement. That's what I mean, the same measurement for the waist, the hip, and that's what I gave there. So I connected from the crunch down to that nail. Then I'm going to take the full measurement, and for the full measurement I also use my hip measurement for the down. So after giving the mark there, I connected from the nail measurement down to the down of the pants. So after connecting, this is actually the front part. I'll just go ahead and cut it out, and that's what I'm doing now. At least after cutting it, it will be a little bit clearer for those that are finding it difficult to understand what I'm doing because of the shock. So I think after cutting it, it will come out very well. So this is how it came out. Then I'm going to cut out the back. I've gone ahead to fold my fabric, then place the front on the back. So please pay very close attention. If you see the top of the back, it's not equal with the front, because I'm going to add extra 1 inches. I came up by 1 inches for the back, then I gave a mark, and I'm going to slant it down to the end of the waist like this. Just see what I'm doing, and I gave a slant there. So while cutting the back, you don't have to place the front and the back equally. So for the crush line, I came out by 3 inches. Going down, I came down by 2.5, but from that top I came out by 2 inches. I came out by 2 inches from the waist down to the crush line, but the crush line I came in by 3 inches. Then from that crush down, I came in by 2.5. Then going down, I came in by 2 inches. You can decide to come in by 2.5 from the crush line, depending on how free you want it to look like. But I came in by 2 inches downward, but for the crush line I came in by 3 inches. You can decide to come in by 2.5. From the waist I came in by 2 inches. I hope you understand what I'm explaining. So I went ahead to cut it out. Still cutting it out will also make you understand my explanation. So if you take note of the crush line is wide, I don't want it to be very tight, so that's why I came in by 3 inches. So for the front, I came down by ½ inch. I just want to give a slant. I'm cutting the front now, not the back. So I came down by ½ inch. I give a slant because the front and the back will not be equal. So I went ahead to open it. Just open the front, and I also opened the back. So after opening the both side, you'll see the outcome and how I'm going to join it. So this is it. This is the front. Remember, there's a side pocket, so we start cutting out the side pocket. Cutting the side pocket is not really difficult. So for the side of the waist, I came in by 4 inches. I gave a mark. Then I went down by 6 inches. I also gave a mark there. So after doing that, you are going to slant it and cut it out. This is the outcome. So for the lining, I also did the same thing. For the lining, I came in by 8 for the width. Then the depth is 10. The width is 8. The depth is 10. I joined it, and I'm going to do the same thing for the same fabric. I'm going to cut an extra piece of the fabric, width 8 and depth 10 for extra fabric. Then I'll join it with the trousers. I'm so sorry, I literally thought I was recording while doing all this, only for me to start editing. I discovered that I did not record this part. It was so painful, and I promise you guys I'm going to do a tutorial video on how to draft a pocket for a pant or anything. I'll do that. So I'm very sorry, I literally thought I recorded it. I'm sorry. So this is the outcome. I promised to do a tutorial video on how to draft a pocket pattern and how to sew it. So this is the outcome of what I got. So I'm going to join my crush for my waist down to the crush. After joining both front and back, then it's for the trousers. I think I was a little bit fast because this video was becoming very long. So I also joined for the back. those two parts. After joining it, I'll definitely iron. Off camera, I went ahead to fix a band. Is 1.5 inches length for the band, and the elastic, I also went ahead to fixing the elastic for the back. That's for the back. So just try your possible best to fix. It's not really difficult, so just try your possible best. It actually came out very well. So I joined the both together, and I'll just join the both side. This is how it's looking like. So the elastic, I'm trying to make sure that it's very tight and okay, so that because there's no zipper in this pant. For the band at the front, I turned it with stay. You can use stay so it will be firm and strong a little. So I'll just go ahead to my sewing machine and join the both side. That's what I'm about doing now. So I've gone ahead to join this side, and this is the outcome. These are the waist, is the band and the elastic, and also the pocket. So this is how it's looking like. I've joined this side, and now I'm going to turn it to the wrong side, so I join the middle of the pant. So this is what I'm trying to do, putting them together so I can go straight to the sewing machine and join it together. Okay, I've gone ahead to join the middle. I'm done joining both the side and middle, and this is how it's looking like. It actually came out very well. We're almost done with the pants. What is left is the hem, and I'll be using my hem stay to iron it. Like, I'll just fold it first, iron it, then I'll use the hem stain, put it inside and iron it through. Instead of folding and sewing with your sewing machine, this is the best way to do it. Just put your hem stain and iron it, and it's definitely going to come out very well. So this is the best way on how to do your finish work for your pant. So this is how it's looking like after gumming it. I did the same thing for the both side, and I'll set it aside when I'm done. So I quickly set it aside, and I'll go ahead to sew my top. So this is the top. I'll be joining the shoulder. I'll place the front and the back together so we can join the shoulder. That's the first thing you have to do. It's right side facing each shoulder, so I'll join the shoulder with half an inch. After joining the shoulder, this is how it looks like. Then I went ahead to cut out a sleeve. Okay, before cutting the sleeve, I just fold the hem of the cloth. You can actually decide to use extra fabric to fold, but I tried to use the same fabric just to fold it tiny round to the shoulder down to the other parts. So after doing that, I went ahead to cut a sleeve behind the camera. I have a tutorial video on how to cut a basic sleeve. This sleeve, I'm going to be adding elastic, and I added my elastic. Adding an elastic to a sleeve is very easy. So after adding my elastic, this is the outcome, and I'll just want to fix it to the top. So this is the top, and I'll be spreading it so I can place the sleeve on it, and this is how I placed it, and I'm going to sew it round. I'll do the same thing for the both side. So after sewing it round, this is the outcome. So I'm going to join from the sleeve down to the body of the top. So that's the next thing I'll be doing. I'll join it straight down, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. I'll join it straight down, and for the down, I'm going to fold it in after joining the both side. This is what I'm talking about. So I'll fold it in to the end. So guys, after everything, this is how it came out. I went ahead to fix a rope so I can use in tying the wrap top. I ironed it, and it came out so fine. Thank you very much for staying with us. Thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Hope to see you in our next video, and I hope this video was really helpful to you. Thank you. Bye.